How long are the days there?
Yeah, do you just mean by like daylight? Like
Yeah,
how long
daylight,
was
yeah.
daylight?
I know all days are 24 hours.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of an interesting discussion. Sometimes back here with the boys, we got Tarun, Haran, and Christian, and today we got a special guest, Kavya. Kavya, you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Kavya. I live in San Francisco. I work at a startup, like most people out here. And I know most of these people from high school and college, and I'm excited to be here.
Nice. How's California treating you?
Really well. I used to live here as a kid, and so it's nice to be back as an adult and experience it as an adult. I feel like as a kid, we'd only come to San Francisco to see like the museum and like Chinatown and the bridge. But now I get to see like all the parts of it and explore and stuff, which has been really fun.
So where did you live as a kid in California?
I lived in South Bay. So like Fremont, like San Jose, Palo Alto, like all of those areas. We moved around a little bit.
Haran's neck of the woods, I see.
Yeah. But now I'm in the city, which is very different.
Which do you prefer?
I'm definitely a city person. So I love the city life. I think at least like for my 20s, I'll definitely be a city person. But yeah, what about you guys?
I'm not a fan of all the poop on the floor everywhere.
But like that's not like in every city. That's just us.
Well,
Okay.
Basically, Millen was telling us a lot about how there's a lot of poop everywhere all the time.
Okay, I disagree with that. I feel like, yes, there is shit around and stuff. But I think there are parts of the city where there's no shit at all.
There is something
I didn't hear that
say.
part.
I need to comment on this because I saw Millen again this weekend, and I swear every time I'm not with him and I'm walking on SF, I don't see any shit on the floor. But as soon as I start walking with this man, he's just pointing it out. Like he just like had a sixth sense from where
He
it
has
is.
the eye for it, you know? He's always
So now
looking
I'm just thinking
for it.
he's
Yeah.
the one that's shitting everywhere, and then he's
Yeah,
pointing
he's
it out.
just leaving it there.
Like, that's Monday, that's Tuesday.
I was gonna say the same thing.
I think the issue is, I've thought about this a lot because I deal with a lot of SF haters and there's a lot of New York lovers, I think. And I think the issue is the public transport takes you into like the very busy parts of the city. So like Market Street, I don't know if anyone is familiar with these words I'm saying, but like Market Street, like Embarcadero, like the very busy like areas, which there tends to be a higher like homeless population and like, you know, and it's not great. Like those parts of the city, extremely dirty, not very safe to be there at the end, like super late night. But where I live and like, I think the more residential parts of the city and like most other neighborhoods are extremely clean. And I wouldn't say extremely clean, but like pretty clean for a city. I mean, New York is very dirty too.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's one thing people take away from this. I think people should stop hating SF. I think you should give the city a chance, not go to the super busy parts, and then make your decision. But that's all I'll say.
What's one stereotype about SF that you think people get right and one that they get wrong?
I mean, I think the one stereotype of like, there are a lot of people in tech here and it's just like a bubble and like that kind of stuff is 100% true. I mean, you'll just like hear people like the stereotype about like you'll sit down at a restaurant, you'll hear someone talking about like a company they want to start or like crypto or like whatever the heck. Like that is extremely true. I see it all the time. I definitely partake in some of that too. I think the one that they get wrong is like probably like just around like how dirty it is. Like I'll say that again. I think comparatively for a city, it is like as dirty as it should be. And given it's like a much smaller city than like I think New York or something, there is like a huge like population issue and housing issue and stuff. And because of that, it's just a result of like the problems like any city faces, I think. So
You mentioned that you were from California originally. Was it always a goal for you to get back there, like once you graduated college, or did it just kind of happen?
Yeah, I think ever since I like wanted to be in tech and like work at a startup and something like that, it was definitely like, this is probably the best place for me to be. I interned here like a summer and stuff. And so I had experienced it as a good amount like in college and stuff. And so I kind of knew that this is definitely where I wanted to start.
That's awesome. So how's working at a startup?
It's good. I mean, it's very different from working at a large like tech company. I think there are like pros and cons to it. Definitely longer hours sometimes and all, but we're a very close-knit team. So that's been really fun, just like getting to know people better and like having closer relations and all. I think it's cool to just like be closer to the impact that you're creating. And that's definitely like the biggest draw for me working at a small company.
How big is your company? Just for like compared.
Very, very tiny. We're 6 people right now. We're
Oh,
about
wow.
to be
Okay,
Jesus.
yeah, we're about to be 9 at the end of next month, which is very exciting for us. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you guys? Do you guys think you'll ever do like tiny companies?
Oh, Tarun would prefer to have like 6 different startups at the same time.
Wait, really? Say more.
I'm always just spewing out business ideas left and right, but I have no execution prowess. So, but I actually do think I think they can attest to this too. That my ideas are getting better and better. Like every one that I do, I just need one that's like I need one that's I guess
Feasible?
not feasible, more like one that could like snowball, like so to say, like it could start
Yeah.
small and like it could scale from there, because it's kind of like with what I got going on right now, like it's daunting to even like try to like have the to start without like dropping everything else type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think though, like there are like most people's company ideas like pivot like 5-6 times before they land on the thing
Yeah.
they're actually going to do. So I feel like sometimes you just have to like start, you know, as easy as it's
Yeah.
said than done. But what's the craziest idea you've had?
Oh, I mean, we can't put that on the air.
all right.
I'm
I'll
just
follow
playing.
up with you
No,
afterwards.
no one listens anyway, Brad. Don't worry. What is a good idea?
She didn't say good. She said
She's the
crazy.
craziest.
Oh, craziest. Oh, fuck.
Well, there's been a lot of those.
Wait, you guys probably remember better.
Yeah,
than
maybe
me.
I should ask
Honestly.
the others.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he thought one.
are you thinking of the photography one?
No, not that one. Not that one.
Wait, you
That's
should
what I
explain
thought
that one though.
Not that
Okay.
one. Not that one.
No,
Or
I think
basically,
Haran should explain this one actually.
Yeah,
Wait,
wrong. Okay, yeah.
Wait, no, you got it. You turned
I'll
much better.
fill in for- I'll
No,
fill in-
Turn's
no,
the
no.
better storyteller. I'll fill in if you miss any details. That's fine.
Okay,
Okay.
sure. Yeah, so basically like near the like first part of COVID, like right after graduation, we all went back to UVA to like just I guess like hang out and take grad pictures and all that different type of stuff. And I was meant to take Bhavana's pictures, like Haran's girlfriend's pictures, one morning, and that morning I forget how exactly it happened, but basically my glasses broke. Like, oh, my glasses were already kind of broken. Like the kind of like I don't know what you would call it, like
The leg?
The leg, yeah, the leg that rests on my ear kept on falling off from like the main part of the glasses. And so I would have to keep getting like super glue it together. Well, basically that happened like the morning before the pictures, so like I couldn't take the pictures basically because I couldn't see.
Oh, no.
And so I was like, Haran, what if I just hold the camera and I put it up to your face, but I'll take the pictures and you tell me, basically. So it'd be like a package deal. So like the first package would be you get pictures for me, but I can't see the pictures at all. And then the second package would be you get pictures, but Haran's the one that's actually like looking through them. He's fucking stupid as hell.
No, but then the third package is I hold your glasses in place while you take the photos. That'd be the most expensive. This is actually not a business idea. It's just stupid.
This is banter.
I think your best idea that you've had is the I was talking to you about this, but like your proposal kit idea.
Yeah, I didn't know if he wanted that one out there. You know, I didn't want to say.
No,
that.
no, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically my idea was like it came out of when Harsha just proposed recently, but like a lot of guys, they kind of just don't know like what to get for like a nice proposal, you know, like all the different little like trinkets and like the decor and like all these different like logistical things, like
Yeah.
buy it on Etsy, like all this extra stuff. So it'd just be like a place where like
Mm.
you could buy like a kit, like it would come with like a nice blanket and you get like champagne, roses, like a
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a nice basket, some fairy lights or something delivered.
Yeah.
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 That's
Proposals
basically
as a service.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely. I think that's the best one. He's
Yeah,
had
that's a
in
range of
recent
Turn's
memory.
ideas for you.
You honestly would have, I feel like you'd have so many people like sign up for that. And that could just be like,
Yeah.
I hope that's just like the base level of what they do and they like personalize it, you know, have some
Yeah.
original,
Yeah.
We can't have
original
everyone do the
thoughts.
same exact
Yeah.
proposal.
But-
Cookie cutter proposal.
You just pull up to a park and like you just see everyone in the same exact setup, like next to each other, doing the same proposal. No.
Yeah.
That was kind of the idea. Like as I guess time went by, like we add some like customization options so you can put your names on like different like boards or whatever signs. Etc.
Yeah. No,
that's
I
actually
feel
not a bad
something
idea
there.
for like.
Mhm.
Thank you. That's not a bad idea for for like actually starting. Like I was saying, I know it'd be hard to start a lot of these, but that one's probably not that difficult in comparison to some of my other stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
So would this include setup too, Tarun, or just the items?
You're not gonna fly
Yeah,
out and send it up for
we'll
him.
send Harsha out there because Harsha's
Me.
experienced now. Yeah, you got it, bro.
No, there'll be multiple packages, bro. There'll be I set it up, but with no glasses. And my favorite idea is the future one.
No, that's just dumb.
That's just
we can't. I think we should have like already 3 times on this podcast.
Yeah, but it's so amazing. I have to again.
All right.
No, basically,
Let's
the
hear
idea
it.
was you live stream, but you put it on 2 times speed so that you can see the future.
All right, moving on.
I'm sorry, we're making a mockery out of
Yeah.
stuff. So how did you get to know your team? Like, did you guys come up with the idea all together, or like was it like a smaller like group of 2 people, and then you guys added people slowly?
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Y Combinator. It's like a startup incubator program. So it was the 2 founders. They did that program, and then they like started the company through that, and then they raised like some initial money, and then they were like looking to add on more people to the team. And then I had a friend who connected me to like my current boss basically, and was like, hey, like this person's hiring, you should just talk to them. And yeah, that's how I got to know them. And it was just the 2 of them at the time, and so I joined like very, very early on when we were just like 2 people basically.
Nice.
But yeah, I honestly like have to say it was kind of like a gut feeling. Like I just kind of took the job. Like, so yeah, here I am now.
Nice.
So what does your startup do exactly?
Good question. So
That's why they're hiring the other 3 people. To figure it out.
We do have a good idea, I think. We are basically automating medical billing. So right now, if you go to the doctor,
Oh man.
Harsha
I
would
use
have to
that.
sign up immediately.
yeah. I feel like there's a story there and I want to hear it. But right now, if you go to the doctor, you often will come back 2 months later. There's like a bill in your mail and it's like, you owe $50 or hopefully, or I mean, in some cases, unfortunately, you owe a lot more. And most people just be like, okay, this is the bill. I have to pay it. You don't really question it, right? Like, it's just kind of the nature of the service. But what we're trying to do is like reduce the amount of time that, you go to the doctor and then you get your bill. So like by just like automating some of the really slow parts of medical billing to make that process go faster. That way, like providers, doctors get paid faster. Patients will understand what they owe and like how much of their service is covered faster. We're hoping to also like lead to less like denial. So like sometimes you'll get a bill being like you owe the whole amount because your services are not covered. And there is like an extremely high amount of errors that happen in this space all the time because it's so like antiquated and people are still doing things like on paper and very old legacy systems. So yeah, we are trying to like automate the whole thing, make like the whole experience better for like providers and then as a result for patients too.
Yeah, that's awesome. I definitely use that for sure.
Wait, what's your story?
Well, in May, I had to go to the ER for I dislocated my shoulder. So that led to me getting surgery in July. And I'm still in recovery. I'm going through physical therapy and stuff. But the amount of bills I had to fucking pay for this shit, man, it was so annoying. Like, and like I was checking my credit card bill last month. I forgot I paid a hospital bill from my ambulance ride from my house to the hospital in May, like in October. So it's like super delayed. And I just don't even know what I'm paying for, but I know I have to pay it because like I did everything, but I just don't know what I'm doing. So
Yeah, I would say if you have any doubts, as annoying as it is, you should definitely call your insurance company Most people don't know this, and most people don't do this. But you should call your insurance company. You should ask them to like pull up your medical bill and then explain to you like how it was processed, and like check to see if there are any denials. And you should just push back. You should be like, no, my insurance should cover this, or like ask questions, like just be like, what benefits do I have? Like what services are covered? Like things like that. And I feel like you probably have pretty good insurance, and most things should be covered. So you should definitely like push back. As annoying as it is, I feel like you could save a lot of money.
Yeah, I had like similar thing. Well, not like Harsha, but pretty much like I went to the dentist and I got like overcharged by like $200. But like this is like probably like one of the first few times I'm going to dentist without like my parents, right? So like usually I don't like I know what the cost of anything. So I come home, I show the receipt to my mom. My mom's like, "What the fuck is this?" And so then she like immediately called insurance, and I got like we like saved $200. So
yeah, it's crazy like how much they get away with this.
Yeah, my dentist does the same shit, man. Like fluoride is covered in the insurance, and then I get billed like $30-$40 for that shit, and then like I pay it. I paid it the first couple of times, and then my dad just started getting so angry at me. He was like, "Stop paying this. We have it covered. Just say no."
Say no.
Yeah, this is stuff they don't teach you. Adulting.
Crazy. I've never had to go to a dentist and then pull out a card. Like a lot of my dentists, like at least for routine things. I don't know about like when I was younger and cavities and all that shit, but
yeah, the color on your skin, Christian. That's why.
Yeah. I'm sure that's it. No, I never thought about that. That's very, usually, I mean, all my routine dentist stuff is like covered by insurance, and that's crazy. You have to like pay even the $200 on the table. Damn.
Guess they have a good medical billing company behind them. So
another thing I hate about the medical system in general is every time I see a doctor, I have to fill out the same information everywhere. When I should just fill it out once, and they should just have it somehow. It's so annoying.
Yeah, there are a lot of issues in the system. It's very inefficient.
Harsha, only if you knew somebody who could go fix it.
I recently switched to Harsha's dentist that he's talking about, and they were actually like a fancier dentist than I am used to, I guess. And like before I went, they had me like go online and fill out like all the forms and shit, and I like they even did like the ID and all that stuff like through like I could upload a picture and all that. And I go to the dentist, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, like did you fill out the forms?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like this is so much quicker, right? She's like, "Oh, it didn't load. Can you redo it?" So
that's
so
unfortunate.
stupid.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I have a question about your difference in dentist level. Like, how bad was your last dentist? Like,
he walks in there, you just look at his teeth. Yeah, you go all right. You can leave.
just open your mouth and then you leave.
As long as you have all your teeth, you're good.
They just count.
It's not like my last dentist was like bad, but like this one was like, "Oh yeah, like do you want to watch Netflix while we operate on you? Do you want to like
I see.
They were also fancy enough to where like when they started out the thing, they gave me like this card and it said like fear, budget, like a few different characteristics, and they were like, "Which one concerns you the most?" And
What
I'm
the
like,
fuck?
Wait, what?
I'm like, "Hey,
Do you
bro,
go to
like,
psychologist?
yeah, that's what I was like, the fuck? I was like, none? Like, I don't know. I don't give a shit. Just how my teeth looking. Like,
Did they say
but
like
that's
what
I
that
knew
was for?
Yeah, I guess like I'm assuming some people who are like they have like a phobia like of dentists, or like I don't know, like I don't know exactly, but I think that's like a way of them like communicating correctly. But like I don't fucking I didn't mean it. Like it was kind of whack for me. Interesting. Oh yeah, another thing was like longevity. Like, of course I'm at the dentist because I want my teeth to have longevity. Like, what the fuck else would I be here for? I don't know.
I think I checked the boxes for comfort and budget when I got there the first time.
Meanwhile, they're still charging you for fluoride.
Oh yeah. They're done. My dad had a nice stern talk with them, so we're good now. I don't think I could do that on my own. I'd be like,
no
yeah,
to
sure,
fluoride.
fine,
Say
please.
no to fluoride.
Actually, next time let's go together. Power in numbers.
You can split a fluoride.
We stand together against fluoride.
Yeah, we're a package deal at the dentist to survive.
Oh my god.
Kavi, you've seen Silicon Valley, right?
No,
The show?
I actually haven't.
You haven't?
I haven't.
Oh, I was about to ask you if if it was any sort comparable to startup life at all, like anything like remotely.
No, actually haven't seen it. It's like on my never-ending list of like things to watch and stuff, but I haven't got to it yet.
Oh, so we'll circle back and figure this out.
I don't think it'll be very comparable, to be fair.
Speaking of funny shows like Silicon Valley, I've heard some people here have watched the Hasan Minhaj comedy special.
You make it sound like
Are you speaking about
haven't.
yourself?
Yeah,
Some people here.
I heard.
Now let's turn to the podcast. Who has watched this show?
Yeah, do a show of hands. Yeah, like that's gonna
Show
help.
of-
Yeah,
Oh, so bad.
Wait, Kavya, you've seen it, right?
I have seen it. Yeah.
What'd you think?
Wait, but like I don't know if I want to like spoilers.
Wait, will this be on Netflix potentially?
I
It
think
will,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
said it
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Oh,
it will be.
damn.
It will
Okay.
be.
I guess that.
What'd you think of it generally?
I thought it was incredible. It like exceeded my expectations. He's like, I think this made him like basically my favorite comedian. But I'm curious what you guys think.
Tarun saw it before me, so he should go first.
Why are you speaking so formally? What is wrong
I
with
know,
you?
who's this guy? It's like an interview. I don't know. No, yeah. So like with Hasan Minhaj, I like him. I don't know if I necessarily liked Patriot Act that much. I also just don't like the whole like trend of like I guess like political comedy. I understand it's like a good way of digesting like important information quicker, but I just sometimes I just want to be there to laugh and not learn, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like when I was going into this Hasan Minhaj show, I was like, I hope he doesn't like talk about that same shit. But he ended up talking more about like and making more jokes about like his life and like
Yeah.
I guess you know like his new coming with like fame and that type of stuff,
Mhm.
which I enjoyed. So I guess it definitely exceeded my expectations. I don't know if he's like my favorite comedian or anything, but I fuck
Yeah.
with the fact that he's brown. You know, like
Yeah.
shout out to him.
why'd you just give him the Nav treatment, bro?
I think Nav's quite different, but
You know, actually, Nav has climbed up my ranks, bro.
Okay, Harsha, what do you think of the show?
Gonna stop that conversation.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good. It was my first like live comedy show I've ever been to, so I had no bearing on what it would be like. But it was really
Yeah.
funny, and I really liked his stories of him having kids and stuff, and like talking about his kids and like funny stories about that. It just kind of like
could wait until
You just
like,
don't-
tried
you just
so
don't
hard
picture-
not to spoil it.
yeah, but you don't picture like you just don't think about these like celebrities having families, but the fact that he focused on that made it more like relatable, I guess.
Oh yeah, because you're a
But-
big Family Guy now.
How would you compare it to Homecoming King, Kavya?
That's a good question. I think I want to say it's better, but I also think like Homecoming King was so like game changing, I think, in comedy because it really highlighted just like the whole brown experience to a lot more people than I think ever before in like the entertainment industry. Right. Like I think there's one thing with just like having like brown actors and like stuff like that and like him being on the Daily Show and like things like that. But this like Homecoming King was really about like the 9/11 experience and just like the whole like what will people say like part of thing, that whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like I have to say that one was better and just like because it was just so game changing. But this was like better than Homecoming King because that was my bar for like what I was expecting to see from him, and this exceeded that.
was this
That
like
was,
more
like,
light? Sorry.
That was like a non-answer. But no, I wouldn't say this was lighter. It was actually like much more darker in some places. But I would say like he has really nailed like the storytelling aspect of like taking you from like the really lows and like the dark moments to like just like the next second like making you laugh like so hard. Yeah. I think your comment though, Tarun, on like the political thing is really interesting because I think that there is like two very distinct like sides of stand-up, I would say. Like one, people who do like the political jokes, and one, like people who just don't. They talk about like their sex life and like other things,
Right,
you know?
right,
But yeah, I think it's interesting that he chooses to do that. I feel like part of it is like him coming from the Daily Show background and stuff.
I think the thing with the Patriot Act is a little too scripted, and I think he would even agree to that. And that's why I feel like I don't know if people have watched it on YouTube. Like he uploads his deep cuts where he talks to the audience, and honestly, that was the best part of his show because it was just like him just like talking to the audience and just like roasting them, or like them roasting him, and like that dynamic was like so fun to watch.
Yeah, I did really enjoy the deep cuts. Yeah, I personally did really like Patriot Act. I feel like it touched on some issues that like some people were definitely like scared to talk about. Like I don't know about you guys, but like the Modi episode was like definitely polarizing in my at home. It was very interesting to see my parents' reaction to that. But yeah, just like the production quality. I think his use of visuals is another thing that I really, really love. And he does that in his latest in King's Jester too, which I think was like incredible.
I had a traumatizing experience with Patriot Act, so I'm not a fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Would you like to share? Or
no, it's only because it was
Haran's fault.
Oh, you look so shocked.
No, because it's your fault.
Yeah, it is my fault actually. So we were just like, it was just me, Christian, and Bob. One time at UVA, where like we had no plans, and I just had like, we had nothing to do, so I just put on Deep Cuts or Patriot Act or whatever, and we just had that on for like probably like an hour and a half. So all we heard was Cousin's voice, and I thought it was okay because like I've already seen it and I thought it was funny. But I think Christian over time was like, wow,
because like we had a plan. The thing is yeah, it was just the three of us, and we were kind of like, oh, maybe we should go out, maybe we shouldn't, you know. And then we sat down, we're like, all right, we'll watch one episode and then we'll go. And we watched an episode, and then I was like, okay, we're gonna get ready to go. And then Haran's like, all right, we'll just watch another one. And I was like, I mean, I guess. I mean, it's not like we're missing out on anything. It's not like anybody's waiting for us or whatever. And then got to the end of like, I actually didn't like have a problem with the show itself, just the environment in which I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then by the middle of the third episode, I was looking at him like, is this man just like trying to find an excuse and be like, oh no, it's too late, we can't go out anymore, might as well watch another one, you know?
Yeah.
But then
we still went out though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but and then all the weird stuff that happened, like on whatever the cancel, whatever, you know, it put everything in a bad light when
I don't actually know what happened with that. Like,
I don't know what.
Yeah.
Some producers saying like he created like a toxic workplace.
Yeah. So
but I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
I don't want to like incriminate him on anything, but like that did put a light on it. Like, and I was like, don't know.
Yeah, you gotta hold people accountable for sure.
So,
well, I'll say give this another shot. I think King's Jester is good.
As long as Haran's not there, then I think I'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe watch it without him.
Haran puts a knife to Christian's throat. We're fucking watching.
You like this?
I also like the openers. They were really funny too. I didn't expect them to have opener. I didn't know when I sat down, but they were pretty funny too.
I think I missed the first one. We were trying to find parking and disaster. I missed the first one, but the second guy was good.
Do they change based on location?
Yeah, I think they try to pick local talent.
So, Kavi, you said that he's your number one comedian now. Who was like number two, or who was number one before then?
I think my other favorite comedian is Taylor Tomlinson. I definitely like feel like I prefer female comedians to some extent, or I just pay more attention to them in some ways. Like big Ali Wong fan. I'm like, wow, I'm blanking on the other one. Her last name's Sheslinger. I don't know why I remember her hard to say last name and not her first name.
Amy.
But her. No, not Amy.
I thought of Amy too for some reason. I don't know.
No, not Amy.
Okay, I think you need to stop.
Is it Laura?
Christine?
No, wait, let me find this right now.
Keep throwing out names.
Darla.
Bro.
Like for Finding Nemo? Oh, Eliza? I don't know how to say that.
Eliza?
Sheslinger comedian. Eliza. Yes, that's her. She's really funny. She also like made a rom-com on Netflix. I don't know if people have seen it, but it's like loosely based on her own love life.
What's it
which is
called?
pretty funny. Again, good question. I don't remember the name. I swear I like this person. Her comedy specials on Netflix are also really good.
Oh, I've seen one of her comedy specials actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her. Yeah, I don't know. I've never like I don't really enjoy like Kevin Hart, like people like that. I've just never been a fan of. Oh, I also like Andrew. What's his name? Something.
It's okay. We can just go like one first name, one last name.
All right, let's go through last names now.
Andrew's pretty common.
John Avicula.
Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz. There you go.
Andrew.
Andrew Schultz is funny, yeah.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's
I feel
pretty
like
aggressive.
he's not very
Aggressive.
he's aggressive and he's not very
Yeah.
PC.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of funny.
We hope so, because that's pretty much all of our comedy.
Like, the only comedy show I've seen live was Trevor Noah, and he was pretty good.
Yeah. I also like him.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure like when to like different like start calling people comics and like between like actors and like you know what I mean?
Because he
Like-
also does like TV.
Like yeah, like Trevor Noah, he's a host.
Mm-hmm.
I know he did a lot of stand up, right?
Like he
Yeah.
came up
But,
and
like-
stand up and then
But like, or I guess like back in the old day, it would be like Donald Glover, right? He was a writer, and then he acted in Community, writer on SNL. You know, like at what point do you? I mean, you can be more than one thing. It's not like you're pinholed into one career of the arts or whatever. But like determining that somebody is a comedian rather than they're just a funny actor. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think as long as you do like one tour of like stand up or like some special like stand up that's like filmed or something, I feel like that usually is like what's the standard of you being a comedian. Because there are like a lot of funny actors, but like most of them never did like stand up. They're like, I guess either
Yeah.
like they're dependent on the writers. I don't know. I guess that would be kind of
Yeah.
mean to say, but maybe they're better delivering the lines than the writers are. So that's why they're actors, not comedians.
Yeah, because there's like just some actors that just started on SNL and just then became actors, right? But like you wouldn't call them
But
just
like
straight
even
comedians. I
even to
guess,
get
right?
on SNL, like you have to do because it's not improv, but like
Yeah.
there's some parts of it that are improv, so you have to have some sort of career in acting to even
Yeah.
get it, because like SNL placements are hard. So I know like so the only I guess comedian that I follow would be John Oliver, right? And so he worked on the Daily Show. But he also did like stand up when he lived in England and like wrote. And so to me, he's not actually a comedian. He's just a host who does political comedy. So like,
I guess
I
just like
that's my
transitioned
point.
out of it, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd call him a comedian though, because I feel like for me it's like people who do stand up, because I think there's a skill required in like coming up with a set and
Yeah.
delivering it and stuff. I think like as a TV host, it is a little bit more like you like prep for an episode beforehand and stuff.
Right.
Like you definitely prep for stand up too, but
Yeah.
I think that like it's not like there's no like multiple takes, you know. It's like if you're doing a live show, like
Yeah, you
you're
gotta
doing
get
a
it
live
right.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I feel like stand-up comedy is like one of the most like toughest professions. You just feel so naked up on the stage. I can't imagine if you say a joke and it doesn't land or no one laughs. You're like,
Yeah.
I would lose so much confidence, I think, trying to do that
It's a
shit.
good thing you're 100% for every joke you have, Harsha.
Oh,
And you're always fully clothed.
good one, Tarun. You'd be a good comedian.
Why'd you emphasize that part of the word?
I thought you said chameleon at first. I was like,
So, all shows have an intermission, so we're about to take one right now. It's an ad break. And we're back from this ad break. We're talking about comedy shows. People have to go on tour and shit. And a lot of traveling involved. Kavya, I know you traveled a lot recently.
oh my god.
You know what? We take those.
So how was Asia?
Lord.
Yeah, your transitions kill me. You guys should do like a like just for fun, like a compilation of all your like
Oh my god.
just
That's
funniest
a good
transitions.
idea. Yeah.
Appreciate They're always so bad.
There's so many
but-
cringeworthy
but-
ones that we would.
But you can tell we're trying to be bad at it, so you know.
I don't think so.
At least I hope. At least I hope. You know.
No, they're funny. I went to Asia like 2 years ago now, but it was great.
A long tour, huh?
I went.
that?
I went for a month. It was actually right before the pandemic hit, so it was very good timing. And I remember when I was coming back, I flew through Beijing middle of January, which is pretty crazy because if you think about it, like COVID was
Yeah.
a thing then
Yeah.
in Wuhan and stuff. So I got very, very lucky for sure. Because yeah, I think if like things had been delayed or like earlier by like 2 weeks, I probably would have caught COVID.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, the trip itself was really awesome. And then also I think it made like not having like post-grad travel and stuff like be canceled because of COVID, like less painful for me personally because I
Right.
had this trip. But yeah, it was like month-long backpacking, 4 different countries. Stayed in like, did the whole like hostel type of like travel and stuff, like one backpack and stuff, which is really awesome. I would highly recommend anyone to do it.
So which country did you go to?
I started out in Thailand, and then we went to Myanmar, Thailand, Myanmar, Vietnam, Cambodia, and then came back to Thailand.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was there one country that like stood out from all of them, or were they all like equally as amazing?
I would say the one that was like the most unique and like unexpected, I think, was Myanmar because don't know if you know anything about Myanmar's history, but it's like filled with a lot of like political strife right now, and it's not the best to its own citizens and stuff. So it was very interesting being there and like seeing like political propaganda like in person. Besides from that, like the food and the history and like the things to see there are very unique, like extremely old like temples and relics from like 1500 like AD, basically like very, very old things that are still alive and stuff, or still present, not alive, inanimate objects. So that was really cool. But I think my favorite was Vietnam. I think like I would totally go back there. It's like very backpacker friendly. There's like a ton to see. The food is like delicious. But yeah, it was great. Vietnam was definitely my favorite.
Were you like in like Ho Chi Minh or like where in Vietnam were you?
So we didn't do southern Vietnam, so I skipped Ho Chi Minh, but we started out at the north part and then came to like the middle. So we did like northern and central Vietnam.
Okay.
And then we jumped to Cambodia. So like, yeah, I'd go back honestly just to see the southern part. Like Hoi An is like where we ended, and that like extremely beautiful city.
Yeah,
Would highly
when I
recommend.
went to Vietnam, we went to Ho Chi Minh and Hoi An, and Hoi An was definitely really nice. Ho Chi Minh was
Yeah.
good too, but it was very city life.
Yeah,
Hoi An was a little
yeah.
more chill vibes, but it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we skipped Ho Chi Minh.
Nice.
Which country did you feel like the language barrier was most
Fuck you,
difficult
you
to
always
get
take
over?
my questions, you little fucker.
Oh my God, that's so angry.
Maybe like Myanmar in some ways, but I would say like we didn't go to like any place that was like never traveled to before, you know?
Right,
So
right.
like honestly, it was not an issue. I think when I had gone to like Costa Rica or whatever, because I knew some Spanish, I definitely made more of an effort to like speak the language, as horrible as I speak it. But like I tried, I felt like, but because I'm just like, I have no idea how to speak any of these languages. Like I couldn't like learn any more than just like individual words. Like I can't
Right.
really string a sentence together in any of these languages, you know? Like I learned how to say like thank you and hello and like very, very basic things. But because it's like pretty well like traveled, even like amongst the like backpacker community, there's like people who speak English in like every language pretty much everywhere, for better or for worse, honestly. Would you guys do a backpacking trip?
I think this is the wrong group.
I would do if I do it. I would do it in Europe because I think I've seen most of Southeast Asia. The only country I hadn't seen what you listed was Myanmar, so maybe I should go check that one out. But
I had
Yeah.
to look up what the national language it was, and it's Burmese.
Yeah, what is it?
But it's Burmese, which is weird because like now it's called Myanmar. It used to be called Burma.
Burma, yeah.
But-
Yeah.
But when it was Burma, the official language was English. So I don't get why. It just. I mean, I get that like Burmese is like a native language and like English isn't.
I think
but-
it was like colonized by the
Colonized.
British
Yeah,
or
most likely,
something.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I
Anyway.
would backpack in Europe because I've only seen like England and Greece and Scotland. So like, I've basically seen nothing of Europe.
I like how you have
Um,
like England and Scotland like right next to each other, and you just like hey, Greece.
Yeah, we
you
could
know?
we went to hit up Santorini real quick and Athens. But yeah, I got to really want to backpack in Europe.
Yeah.
But the thing is, so my dad had told me stories about him like backpacking in Europe and like how he was like sleeping on benches and like all this crazy stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait to go myself. And he's like, no, you're not going. I was like, he said I'm
Wait.
not ready.
Wait, that's so cool that your dad did all that.
Yeah, he went.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because he went to school in Scotland. So like one summer when he was in school, like him and his friends just because it's so cheap to get around in Europe.
Yeah,
like, they
yeah.
just like went around and stayed. In
That's
hostels.
amazing.
Yeah,
You should totally go back, do his
Yeah.
like route and stuff. That'd be really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, take
I'm
your
down.
dad too, huh?
No, that's not. I'm good.
Show you all the benches, the good benches to sleep on. You know.
Do you know where he went like specifically? Like did he go like?
I know the countries he went to Italy, he's been to Austria, he's been to Germany. I think there's like 2 or 3
So he
more
did like
I
a
don't know.
Eastern Europe backpacking thing, or was the backpacking thing in a different part of Europe?
I think it was like a lot of it was like Eastern Europe.
Okay.
Yeah. But like
So-
not like towards Soviet Union Eastern part. Like I guess yeah.
Well, yeah. I was just thinking about like the French Alps are usually like a big place that people go hiking in, you know?
Mm.
So that kind of area is usually pretty popular for hiking and backpacking and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know about backpacking. I just want to go to Japan and feel like an insane culture shock. It would be so cool.
Yeah, Japan is definitely on my list too. I really wanted to go for like the 2020 Olympics. Like my family, we were kind of thinking
Yeah.
about it. But honestly, going for the Olympics is probably like so chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and I feel like Japan is already a very like bustling and busy city or country, not city.
I didn't even catch what you said wrong there.
Yeah,
you're right. It is a bus.
She was so quick because she thought we were going to call her out, but she didn't realize we just done
Well,
this
I was thinking like Tokyo.
Yeah.
But then I
Yeah,
said
so were we.
Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Tokyo would be so cool.
So when you backpack around these places, how do you get around? Like once you're in a country, like you just walk everywhere. Or
You walk?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, well, so I think like extreme backpackers, like I don't know if people are like walking. Well, okay, I take it back. So I think in certain areas, if you're backpacking, like it is like you're mostly like walking and you're like camping and stuff. Like that's one backpacking. But I think like backpacking in Southeast Asia. Oh my goodness. Southeast Asia is more like you're like staying at a hostel and like you can take
Yeah.
public transport. I think everyone has like a different level of it. Like some people like are like, I'm not going to take any flights and I'm only going to do public transport and things like that, or like alternative modes of transportation. We took flights like between countries, but within the country, we only use public transport. And like, I actually think we like wrote out how many modes of public transport or like transportation we did. And I think it was like 30 or something. Like
Wow.
there was crazy amount
Damn.
of like different ways to go around.
That's cool.
Like different kinds of boats and like a bike with like seats on the back and just like a singular bike. Like we just counted everything, which is cool. But yeah, we mostly did like buses and like they're pretty good like bus systems and train systems and like there's like rickshaw looking things, you know, like in many of the cities and stuff. So
It's awesome. Guys, do you think that if we ever went on a backpacking trip, just one-on-one, like any combination of us four, which one would be the most dysfunctional?
I don't think I can go on a backpacking trip with you guys. I'd have to go with something.
That's
with
kinda
another
fucked
group.
up.
What the fuck?
What?
Tune
I mean,
would
I agree, but
complain.
that's
Tune
fucked
would
up.
complain within like 30 minutes, bro.
I still want to go with you.
We walked a mile in a lane and we all wanted to kill each other. So like, I don't think
we
I
were
don't think we
hungry.
can.
That's
I don't
fine.
think
We were
You're gonna
hungry.
be
It's
hungry
okay.
hiking. What
we're
do you
gonna be
mean?
hungry when we're on a trip.
I think I was more angry that I listened to you make like your sense of direction, I guess, to get us to this restaurant, just for us to not end up eating there.
But I got us to the place. It's just unfortunate that it was.
It just pissed me off.
It was a 45-minute wait. Every entree was $50, and so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's just not worth it.
Yeah, that's not the backpacking we'll be doing.
I don't know what the most dysfunctional would be.
You definitely learn a lot about your friends when you're traveling with them, I will say. So
You said you went with one other person, Kavya, or was it more than that?
Asia was just one person.
One person.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys
didn't
tell
In
like-
terms with this person, you hate her now or something?
No. We're still really good friends. We
What's her Instagram
We
handle?
honestly-
We'll have her on next week. Her side of the story.
Side of the story.
Yeah, I can do the other side.
I would say it was interesting because we actually didn't know each other like super duper well. She ended up being like my coworker at like a place I interned at, and so we were like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a month off and like do this trip, and then she was like, oh, I'll come with you, and then
Oh, uninvited. Just I'll go.
no, I did want her to come. It was like I wanted to actually do a solo trip, and then my parents were like, absolutely not, and so
Oh yeah.
I was very glad that I found her to come with me. So yeah, I would say it was really nice because we didn't know each other too well. And so like a lot of the trip was us getting to know each other and like different. And like I think when you're doing activities and like trying to get from place A to place B, you definitely learn a lot about someone.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like conversations and stuff that happen. So yeah.
I feel like we just get bored. Well, like not bored of the place, but like if we're traveling together. I mean, I think I know like what percent of me do you guys think you know about me?
60.
I don't want to know all
Really?
of you, bro. I'm good with not. I don't want to know 100% of you. I'm good. I can't do that.
Yeah. So maybe you guys don't go on a backpacking trip together.
Me, Christian, and Harsh will go to Singapore.
Fuck you. Yeah, good luck backpacking in Singapore, bro.
I feel like you can. You definitely can in Singapore, right? Like,
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it a
we
popular
definitely can.
place to
Haran
go?
can.
I mean, there might be
I can't.
hostels, but like I don't know. I don't know the situation. Yeah, I can't. So I guess I can't.
Get your
speak
band ass out of here. You international war criminal.
Wait, Haran, I was reading about it actually, the Singapore drafting and everything. I heard it's
Why?
actually not that bad because there's this one.
Why were you reading about it?
Because there's a
Christian wanted to
footballer.
enlist
Were
himself.
you
No,
thinking
no.
about me at night,
No,
Christian?
no. There's a footballer in England who tried to denounce his Singaporean citizenship
Uh-huh.
so that he didn't have to do it.
hmm
But then Singapore was like, nah, fuck that. You have to come back to the country and do it. And so he's in the same situation that you're in. But a bunch of people like in the comments were talking about how like the 2 years, like you basically, it's just a bunch of 18-year-olds just in like a camp doing fucking nothing.
No. I know it's not like.
No,
intense
I'm
or
not
anything.
telling you to go do it. I hope that's not what you're getting out of this.
No,
but-
I going into it, I knew it was not that intense because I've heard people like there's like you can choose what role you do at the camp. Like you could like
yeah,
be as involved as you want. So you could also just like
Yeah,
be in the
yeah.
office doing like bullshit work, I guess. But
right.
I just didn't want to like miss out 2 years of my life.
No.
Like, and, like, yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with your choice.
Yeah.
I do.
I thought you
disagree
were
with
about to
this.
say this guy got exempted, and I was like,
No.
"God damn it, all I had to do was be good at soccer, and then I would have been
No.
fine."
And you're not even that, so don't think about it.
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate.
It sounds so hurt. I take it back.
It's fine, man. Small country. I'm not missing out too much.
So something smaller than Singapore is Hawaii. Kavya, you've been to Hawaii recently, right?
Bro. Yeah, I can't get mad because I usually do shitty ones anyway, so I can't get mad.
Oh gosh.
Hawaii was really good. I went there.
Well, I don't think
Or-
Hawaii is definitely bigger than Singapore. I don't know what you're.
Yeah, probably if you like add up all
Yeah.
the like
Oh, really?
mass of the islands.
Yeah.
Yo, you can tell I've never been to either of them, man. So like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, how was Hawaii
well,
though? Generally,
Hawaii was
regardless
really
of
good.
size. Yeah.
I was there for 3 months. from February through April of this year. Yeah, I was only planning there to go for like a month, and then it ended up being like 3 months. And so it was awesome to like, I was like working, and then on the weekends we were like adventuring and doing things. Yeah, definitely like very lucky to be there during like pandemic and still like manage to be safe and things. So yeah.
Did you get to try any interesting food or anything while you were there?
They have a lot of like, so they have a type of sweet potato, I think it's called like ube, and it's like purple. So they have like ube like flavored things. What else did I try? Oh, they also have like, they use a lot of like, it's like, I think it's called like haupia. It's like a coconut milk based like ice cream, like dessert kind of thing, which is really good. What else? There were a lot of like smoothie places, like things like that you could expect. So yeah, that was good. Yeah, my friend that I went with had a lot of different like poke and stuff. I'm vegetarian, so I don't eat it, but she said it was like really good, very fresh.
I heard they use a lot of spam and a lot of things out there as well.
Yeah, definitely saw it around in the store, and like they had like spam, like masubi and like stuff. There's a lot of like Japanese influence on the food too. But yeah, can't tell you what it tastes like, but people were fans.
Okay, spam is just salty meat. It's
Were you on like the main island, or did you go to the
I
island?
was on Oahu for 2 months, and then I went to Big Island for a month. Yeah, and they're very different from each other, so it was cool to see like have both experiences.
You said you went on a lot of adventures. What was your craziest one? Like, did you jump in a volcano or anything? Or?
If I had jumped in a volcano, I probably wouldn't be here. I would say one of the coolest things was so Kilauea is like an active volcano on Big Island. It actually, I think, like in early October, end of September, it like erupted, which is pretty crazy. But it's like kind of like, I don't know if it was like an active volcano when we were there, but like stuff wasn't like coming out and spinning around, but like it was definitely like an active volcano. And so there was a road that used to like go around the perimeter of the volcano, because it like, when it last erupted, it kind of like sunk down and formed, I think it's called a caldera. Do not hold me to that. I don't know my technical terms, but I think that's what it formed. But they closed off a lot of that road, but there's like kind of like a unknown way to get into that area, even though it's closed off. And there's kind of like you're not supposed to really be there, but people still go. So we got like pretty close to it, and like close enough where we could see like if we took a picture, we could see like you could see the glow of the lava and like moving and stuff, which was like,
that's crazy.
That's pretty
very,
cool.
very like surreal experience. So yeah, I would say like Big Island has a lot of like extreme nature. So like you'll see like the volcano, and then you'll like go up top to like another mountain. Wait, I think it's definitely not called Kilauea. I'm definitely mixing up some names. Whatever. But
Volcano number 1 and 2.
Yeah, there was another area where you can go up like above another really big volcano that's not active. And this one has like observation like telescopes and stuff that have been built on top of it. There's like a big controversy actually around, I think that one is called Kilauea. Around like people building like telescopes on like sacred land to like Native Hawaiians and stuff. So like it was interesting to like learn about that, and it was like kind of a shame to see like the fights and like the ongoing battle of like the Native Hawaiians. But from there you can see like probably one of the most like epic like sunsets, because you're like above the clouds, and like it's like the entire sky is like lit up and stuff. So those are like really, really cool to go from like some of like the lowest areas and like see the volcano in the ground to like go really, really high up and see the sunset. Also highly recommend going to Hawaii.
How long are the days there when you were there? Because you were like there in like late spring, summer, right?
Yeah. Do you just mean by like daylight? Like how long
daylight,
was daylight?
I know all days are 24 hours.
Like...
He's like testing her.
I don't think it was any different from like the light that like we have now, like in the West Coast. At least I can't remember if it was any earlier or later. Yeah, I honestly don't know the answer to that question.
Sucks because just think about it now. Like here where I live, it's starting to get dark at like 5 o'clock already, and it's
Yeah.
so depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's starting to get dark here like at 6:30, and I've been very upset.
Yeah.
That's not.
That's about to get worse too soon because of daylight savings.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, just want to let everyone know.
I'm really learning a lot.
Oh, so Kabi, how was working from there though? Like you're what? How many hours behind is California versus Hawaii?
Yeah, so it's 3 hours behind Hawaii. So I would start around like 6 a.m. Hawaii time. So it's definitely like earlier, but theoretically, like you can end at 2 p.m. Did I necessarily do that? Not really, but like even like a late work day is till like 5 p.m., which was nice because then like you could like people on the Pacific, like PST, are pretty much done, and so you can go to sleep and all. And so like we would just like go do things in the evening, like catch a sunset, things like that, which is really nice.
Damn, so many places I haven't gone.
So where have you gone? Where have you
go,
gone?
bro?
Honestly, not many places. I think we talked about this. I think outside of like US and India, maybe like Canada, Mexico, and Dubai. I think it's like not that much, you know. I don't really count Canada and Mexico. They're just like so close. It's not like I'm going anywhere like really far, you know.
Yeah, Dubai always seems like a cool place. I would want to go to Dubai. Harsha, how old were you when you went?
It was the last time I went to India, so like 14. So I remember it pretty well. I don't think it didn't stay that long, maybe like a couple of days, but it was super fucking hot because we were in the summertime.
Oh, yeah, it's probably like what, like 115?
I don't remember the exact temperature, but it was too hot, very hot. It was, yeah.
How long
enough.
were the days there, by the way?
24 hours standard.
Wow. I'm learning a lot again.
Oh my god.
Do you guys have any like trips planned for the holidays or anything?
Are you laughing, Ron?
Yeah.
What do you have planned, Arsha?
We're going on a cabin trip in Pennsylvania.
Where's that?
In Pennsylvania. I don't know the city. I don't know the city though.
Wartfordsburg?
Yeah, Warford's.
Yeah, what Haran said.
Warford.
Yeah.
Is it just the 4 of you?
No,
Unfortunately
not. No, it's actually like what, like 15?
16?
15, 16 people.
Yeah.
Just a college friends, pretty much.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Should be fun.
That's exciting.
Yeah, you know how from that tall mountain you saw like sunset and stuff, you know, from our location you could see 4 different states. That's what the Airbnb description said. So, you know, pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
It's so sad if you compare the two things. It's like, oh wow, she got to see moving lava, and we get to see the whole fucking cabin's just snowed in for a weekend, and then we can't go anywhere.
Are you going anywhere, Claudia? For whenever?
For Thanksgiving, I'm going to do a road trip. My brother is coming to visit me in California. So that'll be fun. Hopefully we don't like kill each other. But yeah, I'm excited.
Do you have it planned out already, or is it just an idea?
No. So I was supposed to book things like a month ago, and then I was like, he's not doing anything, so I don't really want to do anything. But now that it's like 3 weeks away, I should probably book something.
Do you have an idea of where you'd want to go?
Yeah, we originally were like, we'll go south, and then we were like, no, we're gonna go north. So we're gonna go to Oregon, I think, like Portland, and do that whole thing. What about the rest of you? Oh, I guess you're all going on this cabin trip together.
Yeah, that's for
We
New
might go
Year's.
to New York for Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to come, Christian?
No.
Wow, you're so close.
Yeah, just like a swim over the river, some river.
Yo, why would he swim over to the river?
Are you okay?
Wait, Christian, where are you?
I live in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Where in Massachusetts, man?
No, the town
Yeah.
without any power. That's where I live.
Do you have food though? I'm sure you have food
No.
there.
Okay, I live in Sandwich. Uh-huh.
It never gets old.
I'm gonna like every time I have a guest, I'm gonna like message him on the side, be like, "Can you please ask Christian where he lives?" So every time,
I'll stop
Yes.
showing up. I promise.
Did you
I'd
want to
like-
talk about your? Oh, go ahead.
No,
No, go ahead.
no.
No,
why do you keep doing this? Just
I don't know.
I think
want
I
to
think
charge.
Christian should go. Christian should
Okay,
ask me a
I want
question.
to see a battle of the photography. I want a debate. That's what I want.
Oh,
I think Tarun is definitely the elite photographer here.
wait, no, cut that out. All right, copy. Defend your photography now.
Wait, but should I keep my glasses on or should I take them off?
Nah, I think Tarun is definitely the elite photographer. I don't think there's any discussion here.
Aw.
That's sweet. Thank you.
Tuning out. You gonna comment her now or?
I'm
Just
down to
move
get
on.
just gassed up. I will say though that she always has like crazy ass, nice ass pictures from her travels, which I
Oh, thank you,
like
thank
to
you.
live through vicariously.
Thank you.
Yeah, send me a picture of the lava if you get a chance. If you
Yeah,
have
we'll do. I actually do. I have many. Don't worry.
That wasn't as debate
Toxic?
worthy as yeah. usually when like Tarun is in the middle of something, it always turns like really like aggressive and mean. But that was
That was because it's
We can
usually with
debate about
Quran.
something else.
That is true. Yeah.
that's
Usually
fair.
I am involved.
What other debate worthy topics are there? Well, I think I found a. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. So the question is, what is the quality you admire the most in the person you dislike the most? That was an interesting question.
I think it's hard to think of like, well, personally, it's hard to think of one specific person that I dislike the most.
Do you,
Oh, this
Now you could
person's
take that.
such a-
You could take that one of two ways. You could take that as I don't dislike anybody,
That's definitely not
or
it.
I dislike so many people.
My person, like this guy is such an elite photographer though. He's like so good at
Oh my god. You're gonna take this question seriously.
He's a time traveling photographer.
It sounds like something my parents would say to me if I like was complaining about someone.
Mhm.
They'd be like, "Oh, there is like always something you can learn from them or whatever."
Yeah, I fucking hate
you
that.
know. Yeah, it's the worst. I feel like for me, I think this person is like very determined. And I think a lot of people can like say they're determined, but I think very few people actually like live that and
Right.
like will like
Mm.
run through walls to like get shit done, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's a quality like I really admire and something like I try to do more of or like want to do more of.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think like branching off what Kavya said, I think like this person I have in mind, like the commitment to being wrong, like it's insane. Yeah.
Do you just hate yourself?
Fuck. Touche. But I feel like that's like the easy answer there, right? Like for someone like you dislike, I feel like usually if you dislike them, like it's like because like they're so passionate about like something that you're passionate about as well. So then it kind of like goes both ways.
I guess. But like, do you think you don't have to explain this person? But do you think like they're like factually wrong, or do you think their opinion is wrong?
Yeah,
I
I,
don't-
thought you were kind of insulting this person again. Like, I didn't know if that was a serious answer.
No, it was like a serious, unserious answer, if you will. But yeah, no, I was mainly bantering, but I was pretty much trying to like find a way to say what Kavya was saying, except not saying exactly what she said. So that's why I
I
said that. Yeah,
Be careful.
my-
So you both hate the same person?
yeah, I think so.
I think my person, the reason I dislike them is because they're very manipulative, but I admire the fact that they have so much like, what's a book where it's like, oh shit, I fucked this up. The book where it's like how to like have like not power over people, but like how to influence others or something.
Oh,
like that.
how to influence people make friends or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he used, if they used their shit positively, that'd be so fire. But it's all negative in it. That's what I admire most, I guess.
Terrence is the only person that like I actually know who the person is.
Yeah, 100%. Yikes.
I think for me, like this person is like the quality is, or I guess it's the mindset of being a little selfish. Like for yourself is not always bad in some situations. Like you should think about yourself more.
That's a good answer.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, fuck that person though.
I guess. I mean, I know I was like joking about it before. I actually can't think of like a singular person, but my answer is like on the same lines as Harsha, where like, you know, when you see somebody just like fucking carving their own path and they don't care like what happens to other people, like a part of that is like you need that for yourself so that you can like actually progress with stuff, you know? Like you have to be selfish in some situations. And like, yeah, you don't have to like manipulate and like do it to the detriment of other people, but you know, that little bit of like, I don't know, putting yourself first. It's I guess admirable. I just don't like those people.
Okay, so second question. And everyone has to answer. Who was it?
Well, I think I know Harsha and Tarun's.
Are they the same person?
I'm pretty sure it's the same
This is
person.
definitely the same person, bro. You crazy?
Oh.
No.
You guys are literally the same person too. So it
No.
always checks out.
No.
No.
That's very convincing.
It's weird though, because like I feel like when I like really hate people, like I just block them out and like they don't exist anymore, you know?
That's also a good way about going. Like, you know, why think about them? They don't
They don't deserve
purpose in your life.
my limited brain capacity. You know, they don't deserve a portion of it.
That is just your brain capacity, I think.
I've changed my answer.
I never introed the question, did I?
No, you just
No,
said
you-
this
Oh,
question
yeah.
is.
you want to do intro? You want to do intro right now?
So to close off the podcast, I have a question.
Okay.
It's gonna
Okay.
sound so weird.
It's gonna be like, so-
I have a question. All right, so the question is.
Oh God.
So for this last question to the listeners is, what do you think is the best podcast out there on Spotify? And we hope you picked this one based on this wonderful episode. Thank you, Kavya, for coming on. It was a really good talk with you about traveling and everything we talked about. So make sure you listen and like don't skip to the end and listen to this and be like, yeah, we give you a
Sounds like
grade.
Take a breath, bro. Take a breath. Jesus
It
Christ.
sounds like he's trying. It sounds like he's trying to write an essay with his words. He's like, we hope you enjoyed everything we talked about in this podcast with everything we talked about.
Fam, pause.
You're doing well.
okay,
You're
man.
doing well. You're doing well.
Bro, he was so
anyways.
locked in, bro.
Yeah, so thank you, Kavya. Is there anything you want to plug or anything to our listeners? Like a message?
I guess call about your medical bills. Don't get screwed over. And don't hate on SF.
Nice.
Well, then stop shitting there.
Stop shitting on it. Stop shitting there.
That's the slogan.
But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to head over to Instagram at Interesting Discussion. We'll drop Kavya's social in the post and everything, so you can go check her out over there. Drop her a follow if you like what you heard. But yeah, that's gonna wrap us up for this time. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like the episode on. Can you like an episode on Spotify? I don't even fucking know. Goddamn.
You can't.
Oh. Well,
Download
Follow the
it.
podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
Download it
it.
and save it for when you're on a plane
Yeah.
and you can't use the Wi-Fi.
or when you go to bed at night, turn the volume down to 0 and then just put your phone charge and put it on the other side of the room and then just play all the episodes.
It's great for the
another option.
environment.
Yeah. Anyway, that'll wrap us up for this time, and we hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next week. All right, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.